Hello students, this video is going to give you a tour around our Spanish course to help you become acquainted with how the course operates and the different tools that are available to you. So I'm going to enter the course, and you can see the landing page that introduces the instructor. And as I scroll down, I am going to open Module 1. Then I want to point out that blank pieces of paper are the lessons. This is the reading material for the course. Pieces of paper that have marks on top of them are the graded assignments for the course. So let's look at lesson 1.01 and talk about some best practices for navigating the lesson. So here we are in 1.01. The first thing I want to point out to you is that you have a toolbox available to you. If we open that toolbox, we can filter the items available by checking these boxes. You'll notice that some of the resources that are available to you right here are those note guides. So this is one area where you can come and get the note guides. You also have videos available to you in the toolbox. And if we click on it, we'll see what Caleb has to say.
Hola guys, buenos dias. Thanks for checking out my channel. My name is Caleb. Me llamo Caleb y vivo en Jacksonville. I think that's right. My mom's from Spain, but I don't know much Spanish. However, mi amiga Soli is fluent. She's from Peru. Anyways, check this out. Soli and I are about to go meet a Colombian exchange student. He's Soli's friend. Maybe he can help me improve my Spanish.
So this is one area that is a great place to come to listen to the Spanish vocabulary that you were asked to start to learn. And it's also important to note that there's a transcript of that available as well. Going back to the lesson, we also have the accents page available. And this will give you special character instructions. You can check out the objectives. And then we also have speech tools available, but I'm going to show you an easier way to record yourself for those assignments here in just a second. I want to point out that also this is another place where you can get your note guides. They're always available on page 1 of the lesson. Then to navigate the lesson, the reading material, we are going to use these caret arrows to navigate to the next page. And as you come through the lesson, there will be different interactive pieces that you should definitely check out and interact with so that you can improve your learning. I'm going to go ahead and come to the last page of the lesson because I want to show you something that is very important to understand. When you get to the very last page of any lesson, you will be given the graded item that you are going to interact with. You will not get to that item by clicking the caret arrow. You will get to the actual graded assignment by clicking Next Activity over here. Then you can start your quiz. You will also notice that there is no attempts number here. It's because this quiz can be attempted as many times as you need to for mastery. To get back to where you came from, you can use the previous activity key down here, or you can use the previous activity caret arrow up here. That will take you back to the lesson. I'm going to show you what happens when you are on the last page of the lesson and you don't use your caret arrow or your next activity key. If you continue to click the caret arrow on the lesson, it will take you to lesson 1.02 or whatever lesson is sitting next in the queue for you. And so it's really important to pay attention to what slide you're on. And when you get to the end and you are seeing that what did you learn, what is your assessment, you click that next activity key forward so that you get to the graded assignment. Once you complete that graded assignment, you can use the next activity key or the caret arrow to come right to the top of the next lesson in your queue. Going back to speech tools, from time to time you are asked to record yourself speaking the language. So we are going to come down and find one of those assignments. So if we open 1.06, we can see that this is an item where we are going to need to record ourselves. So again, I'm not going to use this caret arrow. I'm going to, of course, look through the slides and figure out everything I need to know. And then I'm going to use my caret arrow or my next activity arrow and come to the drop box. So instead of having to use those speech tools that are inside the lesson, there are tools built into Buzz for you to use. So if I want to record myself like I need to for this assignment, I'm going to click in the My Comments box, and then I'm going to be presented with all of the tools available in that comment box. If I want to record video, I'm going to click on the Insert Video key, and that's going to bring up this box. As soon as you click Record, you are going to be able to record yourself. It's going to process that video, and you'll click Insert. If you want to record your voice, you are going to click on the microphone, and then click Record, and it's going to record your voice. Stop it, and then click Insert. And those items will automatically be put in the Dropbox for you. And then you will scroll down a little bit if you need to and click Submit My Work. It'll give you a little message down here that you've successfully submitted the assignment. And then you can use your caret arrow forward to your next activity, which is a great place for us to be right now because this is the note guide area. So for your lessons, you have a notes guide. It's not meant to be an extra assignment. It's meant to be completed as you read through the lesson. So to find your note guide, I've shown you that you can find it in your toolbox. But when you if this is the first item that you're working on for the day and you don't want to go back to that toolbox, you can use your caret arrow forward, come to this lesson, open the note guide. You can print it or save it. If you save it, we'll go ahead and open that up. You can fill it out in your word processor. And then when you are done filling that out, you can use Control A, and then Control C will copy that for you. This is a Google Docs workaround. Once you have copied your answers, you can come and use your caret arrow backwards, click inside the comments box, Control V, and then we want to clean it up. And it will actually put those notes without having to upload and download a document, without having to worry about Google Share settings and all of those things. It will put your work directly in the Dropbox, and you can click Submit My Work. And now your work, your guided notes, are available to your teacher to grade, and you won't have any issues with your teacher not being able to see that item and so forth. So, going back to the main page, things we've gone over in this video are in each lesson, you will find the guided notes. You will find your toolbox with reference material. That's also an area where you can find the guided notes. We've gone over how you don't have to use these speech tools that are in the lesson. You can use the speech tools that are available to you in the Dropbox by recording either video or voice. We've gone over the navigation arrows, so your caret arrow forward or your next activity arrow is what you need to use so you don't skip over the top of the graded material. Because if you are working in the lesson and you're on the last page and you use that caret arrow forward, you will be brought to the very next lesson, not the next activity, which is the assignment. We've also looked at how to interact with the guided notes by copying and pasting those into the comments box for grading, so you don't have any issues with upload, download, or share settings. And now I want to go over what these green check marks mean and where they show up. So you can see that our sample student, Blake, he has touched 1.01 because it has the green check mark. He has also touched these items that have the green check mark, but he hasn't touched any of these. In this view, this green check mark refers to the fact that you have touched the item. You've actually touched it and done something with it. The best way to know if you have submitted something or not is to click in your gradebook, and under status, submitted date. If you have actually submitted an assignment, there will always be a date in that submitted column. As soon as these items are graded by the instructor, they will turn to green check marks, and a score will be given in this column. If a due date passes and an automatic 0 has been placed in the gradebook, you will see that 0, but you will not see the green check mark, and you will not see a submitted date. So that's one way that you can try to keep yourself organized on what you have and have not turned in, is by coming to your gradebook and looking for that submitted date and the green check mark and the score. If it's an automatic 0, you will not see the check mark. Going back to the main page, I also want to talk a little bit about the to-do list. The to-do list is going to show you items that are coming due. This is a really great way to organize yourself, but it's not necessarily the best way to navigate through the course. You can click on these items, but it's important to note that if you click on this item, you might not be brought to you might be brought to the assignment and not a lesson. And so I suggest to all students to use the to-do list as an organizational tool, but to actually work through the course, always come into the course itself and pick up where you left off. It will actually let you know the last activity that you visited, so that is helpful as well. One more thing I want to show you is the activity stream. The activity stream is really important to get familiar with because it's another log of what you have submitted. You can get right to the assignment that you've submitted from here to maybe glance through it again, make sure that you like your submission. And then it is also where you are going to view your feedback from your instructor. So, for instance, if maybe you mispronounce a word and you're given that feedback, you're going to always find that in the activity stream and always make sure you're viewing that feedback, because this is your instructor attempting to help you or give you kudos or direction. So if you click your feedback, you will see your teacher's message. Your teacher also has the ability to record feedback for you to help you pronounce those words that maybe you're not pronouncing correctly or whatever the issue is. So always make sure that you are looking at your activity stream regularly and really paying attention to the feedback that your instructor is giving you. You also have a calendar tool. The calendar tool will show you when there are due dates. So the little colored dots correspond to when there are due dates. So that's another way to organize yourself, to know what is coming due. And I think that wraps up our tour of how to navigate the Spanish course and how to organize yourself and how to view feedback. So I hope this video was super helpful, and if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask.